Okay. So here is the plan for the new project. I need a lamp, a bedside lamp in my bedroom. My other one died, and what am I? Let's see. Oh, I see. Anyways, so my other one died, and so I need a new one. And I was like, well, why buy one when I can make one? So this is the general design that I'm going for. It's very simple because I'm trying to challenge myself to stay simple. You know, do something easy. So I bought a cheap little light kit. This thing is super cheap. And the plan is to use it to make the lamp. Now, a lot of the ceramic lamps I've seen online, the ceramic shade actually sits on the ceramic piece. And I was like, that's a lot of figuring to do. So what I am going to do instead is try to use this. I did see a very fancy, expensive lamp that was doing it that way, but I imagine they were using something, I don't know. We'll see if it works. That's the general plan. So the shade would be held up by the hoop here. I am going to start with the shade. So this is my game plan for the shade. You know, this is general shape, the measurements which I think will need to be, and then the shape that I'm going to throw, plus what I'm going to trim away to get the ultimate shape. And then after that, I will do the base. And the reason why I'm doing the shade first is because I think the shade's going to be the most difficult part. I want to throw as wide as I can, but I also need to get to the point where I'm below this. So with shrinkage, I don't have an exposed bulb because that will be too bright. You know, that'll be unpleasant, especially in the bedroom. So that's the game plan. I only have like 2 hours to throw today, so I am probably only going to be able to get through some shades today. I've got a bunch of 3-pound balls thrown or wedged out. Sophie said hi. Some bugs today. So trying something new to keep my pieces on, or my bats on, so we'll see how that works. It could be a huge fail. Pal Little Evans, what would you do if I subbed? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't do this for subs. This is not my goal. This is a personal report, like, this is how I log all my pottery stuff. It's the easiest way, most efficient way. So, people coming by and saying hi, that's nice, that's cool. It's just like an unforeseen bonus to this, but yeah, I have no plans for this channel other than personal stuff. I'm working on a lamp, Sophie. Star Time Pebble says hello. I don't know what first that's talking about. Joel Hunter, hello, how are you doing? So many people, hello, hello. Sihan, Siwada, hello. So this is the plan. I'm making a lamp. I'm making the shade today. I'm going to try to make the shade. It's my first attempt. This is the overall look of what it's going to look like. That's my little drawing. I'm using a lamp kit. So my concern is the shade is not going to be able to be supported by this. It's going to be too heavy. But you don't know until you make it, right? So that's what I'm doing. I could go through all this work and then it just fall over and break. I also think I may have more clay than I need, but we'll see. More people said hello. Paulo. Sergio is quoting a band. Hola, Barbara. This thing is working, right? You are on. We'll see. If not, I get eaten by mosquitoes. Okay, good. Say hello to everybody. Mosquitoes do not lie in the water. Well, that didn't go well. It didn't stick very much at all. Let us try again. Why do I slop clay? I'm slopping it to get into a round shape. Trying to get rid of like all these like little edges and stuff. Because if it's bent all funny, I can get air trapped in really easily. The better you are at clay, the less you have to do this stuff. You go watch like a master potter, they don't do like this as much. But mainly to get the air out and get it in a good starting shape. What did the clay do to me? Clay has a mind of its own for sure. Kali only speak English. Makul, they're my mamas. The eyes come from my mama. Yeah. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt the clay. The clay stuff. Alright, I don't usually use bats. I think maybe they have to be wet. I usually throw right on the wheel head, which is more comfortable for me, but these need to stay round. It's really important that they stay balanced. So, there we go. That's a little bit better. It's not very centered, but that's okay. Hello, hello. Dentex 21. Hello. Barbara, it's only English I speak. Kelly, I am from the United States. And today I'm making a lamp. Rando. I am making a lamp, a bedside lamp. Right now I'm doing what's called coning. If I was a better wedger, I wouldn't have to spend so much time coning, but I absolutely hate wedging. Oh no. Yeah, okay. I can only speak on English things. Yeah. Heard it all before, y'all. I'm making a lamp. The flower is beautiful. Hello, says hello. Does it work with oil instead of water? No. Water is what you want to use. Because the clay absorbs water. It's kind of funny. You add water to the clay to make it like malleable, to be able to make it into shapes, and then you remove the water to make it set it so it's a usable thing. More water and turn the speed up. I don't use a lot of water. I can definitely go faster. So when you're doing this, you can actually feel the clay kind of get in line. Like it starts off and you can feel bits that are not the same as other bits. Yeah, Joe. It kind of softens the clay and gets it ready. I do not have my own kiln, Carlos. I belong to a studio where all my stuff gets fired. Olimpo Bonera says hello. Wow. That's a very long name that starts with A and ends in pop. They say hello. Someone speaks Spanish, something clean. I think Lindo's clean. And what am I making? I'm making a lamp. Lucinda, I can't speak. I gotta switch to English. Isabella, making a lamp. Person with a press something girl. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. So I can feel like just like bits of this clay is different. It's more gritty in some parts. It just needs to be conditioned. I don't do a good job of that beforehand. Because wedging clay is boring. Can I make a water pot? Oh wow, wait, let me back up. You did a pottery class a long time, Carlos said. Made a Squidward head. Left air bubbles in it and it blew up. Did you know that whole thing with the air bubbles is a myth? That the air doesn't expand. Usually the air bubbles, though, help trap moisture, and that's the real issue. Trapping moisture is the reason why things blow up. And air bubbles prevent the clay in that area from drying at the same rate, so you can almost have like this little place that has more moisture than other places with the air bubble. And because and then so the outside of your pot will seem dry enough, but because that air bubble there's still moisture, and then you throw it in the kiln and then it explodes. A-pop, that's what I'm going to call you. I'm sorry, because I cannot. I'd have to get all the way down there and squint. Do I have colored clay? No, but it's on my list of things to do. I think it's called like Necrimo or Necrima or something. Necrina something. But yeah, it's on my list of things to do. McCool, can I make a water pot? Probably. Not today, though. I am making a lamp today. Does anyone make ghost jokes? All the time. All the time. What's the cutest thing I've made? I would say I really like my Deku scrub pots. So I don't know if anybody's into like old school Zelda, but they had Deku scrubs, these little critters that would live under the ground and they'd shoot little nuts at you, and usually stores. So I made some Deku scrub hanging potted plants. So they look like, I used Majora's Mask as the inspiration. So the Deku scrub mask. I've got some videos on it somewhere, but I love those. Those are super cute. I want to make more. Chava said hi. Apop, I don't sell my stuff. This is all just for me. It's very important that this stays for me. I have made things that I enjoy jobs before, and what I have found out is that every time I do it, it kills that activity for me. So it's really important for me not to make this a job. That's also why when people are like, well, what will you do if I sub? Absolutely nothing. This is not my job. This is not my job at all. And I don't want it to be my job. It's very important that I keep it from being my job. Sorry, mosquito. Sorry, I got mosquitoes. Hey, Pop, I mean, you totally sub. I mean, I appreciate when people come by and say hi and say nice things. That's just like a unforeseen bonus to this. All right, we're gonna say that's good enough. I don't think it is, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Holy crap, you're a blacksmith? That's awesome. Hello, Johnny, Gabby. Art of Fire. Can you see my tattoo? It's like right there. You can look up my tattoo artist. Her name is Candace Lane. That's she's on Instagram. Candace with a K. So KANDACE.LAYNE. She's awesome. She's in Atlanta. What's the goofiest thing you've seen someone make? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I made a UFO pot that's kind of goofy. All right. Why are you mosquitoes all up on? Because this thing is not working. I'm going to get eaten alive. There we go. Now it's on. Good. All right, so this lamp, some people have been asking, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm making. Yeah, Rando, the UFO pot, I've got some videos on that too. Keith Johnson. There you go. So the plan for this lamp is the shade base, I believe, is 10 centimeters. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, so the base is 10 centimeters. I need to be at least 10 centimeters wide right now, which I am. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Goods. How are you doing? If y'all are looking for more pottery people to follow, The Goods Pottery also streams and makes stuff. He's got a lot more experience than I do. And it's probably a better source of information. So sometimes people ask me things and I should probably say I don't know more. Yeah, did the market go good? Hello, Braden and Abu. Nice. Joe Schmo, I am in Georgia. So, like, middle Georgia. So it's already hot down here. $100 can buy a lot of pottery supplies. Yeah, but the Goods, you're near water, aren't you? So I'm originally from Florida. That's about 30 miles from the coast. And when I moved up to Georgia, my sister was like, just so you know, it's hotter than Florida. And I'm like, you're just climatized. You're just climatized. Like, whatever. You got weak. Nah, man. It's hot. It's like a hot air just being blown on you. There's no cool breeze. It's just, when it gets to July, I can't even work. It's from 10 in the morning to probably about 8 at night. It's too hot. It's just stuffy and it makes you want to throw up. Lafayette, hello. Cheesy Boy said hello. Abu, hello. Well, quite good. Good. Well, thanks. So I need 10 millimeters across the base. Yeah, totally there. This is like way more clay than I need. I'm pretty sure of it. So also base is like super thick. Oh, so yeah, that's still a different kind of heat. I mean, I will say there's just different types of heat. Desert heat is different than humid heat. Humid heat near the coast is different than where I'm at, landlocked. These mosquitoes are not going to be flying well. I'm gonna have to get a fan. Thank you. Bernard says hello. So many people say hello. Hi Shem, thank you. Maro says hello. Sondo says hi. How many kids do I have? 0. 0 kids. I have a niece and nephew, and they are the greatest. And they are like, once they came along, I was like, I don't need kids. Aunt life's the best. So I am very big in their lives. They live like 15-minute walk from me. I really wish that mosquito had not bit me. But when you remember, this base is going to be roundish, I think. All right. Arso, hello. Nakos, hello. Voltaire says hello. So many people say hello. Cheese, cannabis. Pottery was all over. And Electro, I think you're getting me mixed up with the London Museum. I think they're the ones that steal all the art. Mylan says hello. Milan Pajak. I'm probably butchering all these names. Bajo says hello. Cledes. Par says hi. I have to stop saying hello to everybody. I got stuff to do, y'all. That is not a good pull. Not a good pull at all. BB, oh good, that's not English. I was like, man, my eyes are getting bad. It's like I have no idea. Sorry, I only speak English. I do not, Sondos, do not speak Arabic. I speak English, I speak a little bit of Spanish. And that's it. This is not a good pull, man. This is like meh. Very meh. Yeah, I think this is like... No name, far from perfect. No one's perfect. Mylan, I'm making a lamp. I'm trying to anyway. Y'all are all slowing me down. That's a lot of emojis. Person. Hello, hello. Lottie. Oh, Stephanie, that's sweet. I do agree with that. Yes. Because he's perfect for me too. This is definitely going to be one I cut in half. Because I don't trust it at all right now. Let's see how tall we are. I was thinking 17. Ooh, no, I need to get much taller than this. And that base is way wider than what I need. All right. So we're going to try some things and see if this works. No name. 80% of dating site girls are perfect for you. Dude, I bet these days 80% of dating site girls are bots. So they probably are perfect. Hello, Joe Shape. Jan, hello. Uskin says hello. No name, I have a bot. His name is Sean. Ooh. Okay. Menzie, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Jan wanted to ask me a question. You can ask me a question. I don't guarantee I'll answer it. Depends on what it is. John, hey! Bianca, I apologize. I'm reading a little bit. You want to work in Alvaro? I cannot. You gotta speak English. John is a good example of a positive person I've met here. Okay. Someone says bonjour from France. A tip. Ooh, I like that name. A tip create. I like that a lot. So many things happening. All right. So this is my first one of the day. I'm trying to make it go a little bit wider, I believe. I mean, technically it is wide enough, but it's definitely not very round, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. See what I've got going on to kind of give me some insights. Oh, wow. Somebody says hello. Suleiman says hello. Tom, thanks. You spun some clay in high school? I wish I would have had the opportunity to do this in high school. I haven't been doing it very long, so I'm okay-ish. A little bit less than 2 years. So it's 18 wide, but it's only 13 high, and that's not gonna work because it's gotta cover the lamp bulb, and it's gonna shrink. So that's not gonna work, see? It needs to be taller. So let's see where all my clay went. It's funny that you say that, Jom. So Jom says, when bro sleeps, bro does not sleep. I forgot, that's right, you say bro a lot. Like my niece. Makes pottery in your sleep. Yeah, like that actually helps. I do a lot of throwing in my head, especially that's what I do to help myself go to sleep. All right, so this is what we're looking at. I'm gonna have to have some width down here to support the pot, otherwise it's gonna flop. But I think I can go thinner on the base because the base isn't gonna have a foot. I don't think it's gonna have a foot. Where'd my ruler go? Yeah, so it's about 1/2 centimeter on the, for the most part, which is, it's okay. It's like the best I've been able to do so far. And the base is a little bit wider than 10. So I may end up making the base more narrow. Or I may just need to do this with more clay. I don't know. Well, that's all I've thrown so far. I've been doing a lot of talking. Arnold, how long does it take me to make something? It depends on what I'm making. Right now I'm throwing a little bit more clay than I'm used to. So that took me a little bit longer. Plus I'm doing a lot of talking because there's a lot of people here today. And a lot of people want to say hello. What I'm making, I am making a lamp. This is the lamp I'm gonna make. This is the plan. I love lamp. That's a meme. And then this is the plan for the lampshade. I'm throwing with 3 pounds right now, which I feel like 3 pounds is enough to do this, but I'm not an expert. So I don't like that piece. Maybe it's not. I'm gonna try this again, but this time I'm gonna try to make the base smaller and see if that doesn't work, so I can get the height that I need. Sarah, What's the resistance to use more clay? Terry, I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken, that's why. I've got it in my head that I can't throw more than so many pounds, and so, plus I already wedged out all the clay. I did a bunch of 3-pound balls, and I don't want to have to go through that again. Johnny tripped me out. Sometimes I wonder if you're not my niece. Terry, I'm glad that I inspired you. Sharukin! Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know. It's the bots. The bots are out. Terry also loves lamp. Yeah, I've seen people do it. I mean, and also I'm pretty sure they did it on the pottery show too. So it's way more complicated in my head. I was like, oh, lots of people do it. And then I got the kit in and I was like, oh no. This is more engineering than I thought. Sophie's back. Base Rose, I don't know. Dragon Ball Z, something. Yeah, but one thing, Laser, that every time people join your live, they're so loving. I have to say, yeah, man. I've been getting a lot of nice people. I like nice people. To me, that is the most important trait. Is kindness, man. If we could all just learn to be kind to each other, I think the world would be so much better. Agent Cat, I have clay. I just need to probably... I mean, I have the clay for my project. I wedged out a bunch of 3-pound balls, and I hate wedging. So I don't want to have to go do it again. Raymond loves lamps. Everybody loves lamps, right? Clement says hi. Sharukin is here. Sharukin's also a nice person. Sharukin also has a cool channel as well. Sharukin does this trippy, like, Twilight Zone vibe with knife throwing and tea and really cool voiceovers. By the way, Sharukin, I saw White to Tea is shipping to the States again. Trev, brain rot. Man, honestly, yeah, 500 people here. Everyone should just go sit outside. Just go outside right now. That's what you should do. That's the best part. Unless maybe it's time for your bed and you're just trying to relax. Raymond Dancy. Dancy, yep. It's a fun last name, Dancy. So even if I don't get one tall enough today, I'm probably still gonna keep one at least so I can trim it and go through the process. My goal is to get just something like a lamp made, not try to make it complicated, just learn how a lamp works. I missed some stuff because it's going so quickly. Sharukin! John, are you improving a pottery? I am improving a pottery, John. Malcolm! Malcolm's another YouTuber. He does morning coffee stuff and has birds and games. You should follow him. And he streams every morning like clockwork. And he has a lovely dog named Robert as a co-host. We were just looking at that. They have a disclaimer page about possible tariffs. Oh yeah. I really liked their line on their email that said, "We love our American clients, but not enough to pay their taxes." I like that transparency. It'd be pretty awesome if Patrick Swayze was sitting behind me. I heard he was a very nice man. TikTok coffee time. Ooh, you're on TikTok? I don't do TikTok, man. Talk about, it does not make my brain feel good. I got on TikTok during the pandemic like everybody else. And then I was like, I have to stop this. And so I deleted it. I can feel my brain, like everybody's brain's different, so like just because it's right for me doesn't mean it's right for somebody else, but I can feel the difference in my brain when I've been staring at shorts or TikToks for a couple, for an hour or so. Roberto, I hope this comes out beautiful. Trev, what am I making? I am making a lamp. Specifically a lamp shade right now. Hopefully. Alright, this is the first cone, so I'm going to go down. Cool, cool. Yes, Trev, cool, cool. The Arzak in mind. Really? 18 bucks for that much? Okay. It is. This is not work. It's just fun for me. It's like art therapy. It's how I deal with my feelings. How long I've been working with clay? I took a pottery throwing class in like 2022, I believe, 2021 or 2022. But then I moved and didn't touch pottery for like a year. And then I bought my own wheel. And that was in September of 2023. Yeah. So I'm almost hitting my 2-year mark. September will be my 2-year mark. Dude, Saba, you can totally call me bro. My niece calls me bro and it trips me out. Flavor guy, what up? I'm doing alright. How about yourself? Good, good. It's nice that you're good. Sonda says hello. I like this piece of clay better than the last one. Oops, maybe not. Oh, definitely not. Damn it. This is why you wedge, kids. This is why you wedge. Where's my thing? I lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Again, man. Got too aggressive. Oh, you're gonna go you going to a barbecue in like an hour? What kind of barbecue? Malcolm says on the left. My left? Did you ask me something? Everything's going so quick. Diana, how much training do you have? What I'm throwing is not actually that great. I've been throwing for just under 2 years. September will mark my 2-year mark. Your tool on the left. Oh, my tool's on the left. Thanks, Malcolm. I appreciate it. It's my right, because it's mirrored. I have to remember that. That was so helpful, man. You just, like, made a dream come true, man. All these days I've been wanting somebody to tell me where my tool is. And you finally did it. Wheels oscillating. It's not the wheel itself. I have a piece of fabric here that's holding down my bat, so it looks like it's oscillating because that fabric is not the same all the way across. Fee Loves Cats wants a shout out. They're looking for more subs. Diana, if you've always wanted to try clay, look around in your area and see if there is a pottery studio, because that's how I got started, was a pottery studio, and I took classes. Sometimes you can even find them at a college. Another option is just finding a ceramicist and seeing if they offer private lessons. Vincent, you stand corrected. I missed. Something's going so quickly. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to compress this really well since the last one busted off. Get all the air bubbles out of it. No problem, Diana. Another more accessible way too, depending on where you live, there's this thing called polymer clay. Now you can't make edible items out of it, but it's something that you can bake in your oven and make like jewelry and fun little things. That's fun to play with too. Oh, Vincent, the wheel, yeah, it's hard to see what's going on. And it's kind of funny because it messes me up because I keep on thinking I'm not centered. So I have to like focus on just the clay. I hate using bats. They are not my friend. No, yeah, the polymer clay isn't something you use water with unless you just want to like smooth it out. I think you can use like air dry clay on a wheel. However, you won't again be able to make anything that you can drink out of, but you can still get practice. I've also had a lot of people say positive things about those like Vivo wheels, which are like 200 bucks. As far as a place to get started. But my place always to recommend is a pottery studio first, because a lot of people don't like the tactile feeling of the clay, or they don't like the chaos of it. It's also like one of those things you just kind of get a feel for. I mean, I'm sure there's some really good teachers out there that are very like super structured, but there's like a lot of different ways to do things. And sometimes when there's a lot of different ways to do things that work, some people find that frustrating to learn. Yeah, polymer clay with jewelry is fun. Aw, Trev, you don't have to defend me. Just like my whole thing is don't feed trolls. If I don't like something that someone says, I just ignore it. Like, I don't know. They always say like an eye for an eye. I don't believe in that. Because like, if someone's mean to you and then you're mean to them, all you're doing is like spreading like negative energy. You know? Like and plus then you've got that negative stuff that you've kind of got on yourself. So like really just the best way, in my opinion, is just letting stuff go. Just ignoring it. Let people be people. Leonardo, lots of things. A-Pop's back. But Trevor, Trev, you're very kind. You're very sweet. I appreciate it. So. See? It's happened again, man. This is not going well. I think it's because I just didn't do a good job wedging my clay. Maybe I'm being too aggressive. I don't know. I do have to say those pieces that I went through the first were the ones that I did the crappiest job wedging. These down here are my better wedged pieces. So hopefully that will go well. Because it'd be really awesome to get at least one done today. Hey, Pop. You don't always have to be here. I appreciate it. I like nice people, and you're a nice person. I don't everyone feel obligated. I think sometimes people feel obligated to, like, they meet people on here, and they're like, oh, they're streaming, I gotta show up, and don't ever feel that way for me. Like, I appreciate people coming by, saying hi, but I'd much rather everybody doing their own thing, you know? All right, y'all keep your fingers crossed for me that this will go well. Person with the name I cannot speak says hi, starts with a V. Ugh. This kind of gives you less lumpy. Morton, my pottery wheel costs around $900. It is a Shimpo Via Light. This is a lower range pottery wheel. But I've heard good things about the ones that are like $200. Like, they don't last forever, but they're a good way to, like, kind of, like, get practice and see what you like, if you like it, before spending more. But you can also sometimes find them on, like, marketplaces and stuff. That's why when people say, oh, I'm interested in getting pottery, I always encourage them to, like, find somewhere to practice first before you start investing. Because getting set up with everything can get expensive. And then just to find out you don't like it, you know? I don't even know what a face cut is, Anonymous. Diane, you have to do your own thing plus a little more to make it your own. For pottery, yeah. Delilah says, what are you making? I am making a lamp. Michaela says hi. A-Pop, I'd love to see your art. And don't, you're like, oh, it's not better than yours. First off, I don't think you can even look at art that way. Art is subjective. So, you know, it's all opinions. And then also, comparison is the soul killer. Don't ever compare yourself to, like, anything or anybody else, because that's just a good way to get discouraged. Maybe if anything, compare yourself to yourself. Harrier says hello. Michaela says hi. So many people saying hello. Ralph. Dubont. A-Pop. What kind of art do you do, A-Pop? This is your first time by, right? I try to be nice. That is the thing I try to be most My philosophy in life is to lead with compassion. So I try to be nice to people. Sketching, painting, and drawing, that's awesome. I'm actually, I'm taking drawing lessons right now from a person. Jazzy Jazz loves crocheting. Crocheting's hard. I tried crocheting a few times. All I could do is like a long, like, yeah, I get turned around really easily. Shabrukin! Oh wow, do you have to do something special, Shuriken, to age the tea? Or do you just sit it like somewhere dark and not touch it? That's dedication, waiting 10 years. All right, I'm gonna take this slower so I don't pop it off. Callie, I'm not a teacher. I'd love to go to Germany sometime, but I'm not a professional teacher. Oh, thanks, Apop. I just recently learned how to shade. And I've been struggling, man. Learning values was really hard for me. I'm still don't like fully get it. Oh, Callie, it's not about money. I just, as far as teaching, it's just that's not a skill set that I have for pottery, and it's not something I'm interested in doing. Like I said, you probably missed it. It's very important to me to not make pottery my job. Oh, you have tutorials? I would love to see your tutorials. Yeah, I'm not someone that can learn, like, I have learned some stuff from YouTube, but for like art, like I guess it's a little bit better now that I have like a teacher that I can go and bounce ideas off of, but I get really insecure with drawing and stuff like that. Away from excessive heat or smells. That's really cool. Did you try the tea before you aged it? Shrey, you don't love me. Shrey Pav, you don't. Just an idea. You don't know me. I could be a bot. I could be AI. I could be fake. Georgie says hello. Thank you, Apop. Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm definitely working on that and it's building up my confidence. So my day job is I make art. My husband and I make games for the Game Boy Advance. And I do the art and marketing. He does the programming. And I learned art to make our games. I had no experience before. I was like, oh, pixel art, I can do this. This doesn't look that hard. It was hard. So, I want to one day make a beautiful game. I would say our games so far are cute, but I want to make something beautiful. And I figured art classes would be the best way to learn composition and things like that. But yeah, thanks for telling me not to be insecure. I tell other people the same thing, but sometimes I need to have a reminder myself. Oh, you finished knitting today? That's nice. Knitting seems like a nice, fun hobby, because it's something that you can, like, when you get really good, you don't have to think about it. You just keep your hands busy. That's really cool. That's severe dedication. I'm so bad. Once I have something tasty, I'm like, I'm gonna drink it all. Ani says hello. Yeah, pixel art, I would say my pixel art is probably my best art. Um, but I think a lot of people, when they started, they were doing, thought like me, like, oh, it's just tiny squares. I can figure this out. And it's so challenging, especially if you're working with smaller resolutions. It's like, and then if you're making art for a game, there's another component where it's almost like it's a puzzle, really. You don't just draw what you want, you do what's called tile-based graphics. So rather than making art with like individual pixels, I do that, but then I put those pixels into tiles, and then I make the scenes from the game with those tiles to save memory. And it's hard. But it's fun, it's very rewarding. They also have some pixel art jams, like you can get practice and stuff on itch.io. So if you are like looking for like ways to practice and stuff, get on itch and look for some pixel art jams. I know they have at least 2 a year. I may have been a little aggressive with this. I need to fold down. Hey Pop, hot glue bracelets. That sounds awesome. That's the kind of stuff I dig. When I was in like middle school or something, I made a boat out of tape. It's like masking tape and avocado peels. It floated only for a bit, but that's kind of like how my brain works. I like doing random stuff just to see if it'll work. James says hello. All right. One more time, man. I'm really hoping. Like, I can feel when I'm doing this, essentially what I'm doing is like I'm rotating the clay to kind of get everything aligned. And I can feel like definitely this clay here in the center now is much stiffer than the other stuff. So hopefully this third one will get me to where I need to be. Franz says hello. I always like the name Franz. One of my friend's dads growing up, everyone called him Franz, but Francis was his name, but he was a cool guy. And it's a really beautiful day today. Atypical art, your English is doing great. And don't ever apologize. Like anybody who's bilingual, it always drives me nuts when people like apologize for their English. And I'm like, you speak more than one language. Like, what are you apologizing for? You're making more of an effort to communicate with people than, me. I only speak one language. Like, I feel like I should be apologizing to people because I'm not bilingual. I don't know. I'm sure your English is fantastic, Atypical. I'm totally understanding you. And in fact, I wouldn't even know that English was not your first language until you said hi. Hey, Pop says hello again. Hey, Pop. We've already said hello. All right, we're gonna say this is it for this one, and then it's ready. So my plan this time is to make the base more narrow. Ooh, French. I took like a year of French. I was terrible at it. I didn't understand the pronunciation. Rando, I am making a lamp. Yes. Hi, Lottie. Lottie Dottie. She likes to party. All right, so we're trying to make this one more narrow. I think I need to go lower than that. No, that's fine. All right, Apop, I will check out your art so I can see it. Alfia, how long, so how can I learn it? How can you learn pottery? A really good place to start is to look in your city to see if there are any pottery studios near you, because they often offer classes. That's the best way to get started. If that's not an option, look for a college or a school. And if that's not an option, try to find a potter. So someone who has a pottery business near you. Kiln Share is a place that you can look to find potters, and see if anyone's willing to offer lessons. That's the best way to start, honestly. It's kind of difficult to start. I mean, you can do it. There's a person named Fresh Cup of Joel. He has a pottery YouTube, and he's completely self-taught, I believe. I don't think he's ever taken a class. But he was very dedicated. Every day he sits down and he practices. Hey, Sharukin, thank you for the recommendation on the tea. I'm totally gonna check that out. Thanks for crossing your fingers on the lamp. I need it because this is not going that hot right now. Georgina says hello. Dora says hello. Twice. Dora, you said hello twice. So kind of brought it in some, so I can, thanks Dora, good job. I try to do a good job. Eva says hello. Bashir Stefani says something. Oh, you're in Ghana? That's cool. again, I would look for pottery studios near you, or a potter, someone who does this. I mean, they do pottery all over the world. So that's really the best way to start, or school. But you can buy the individual supplies online. I don't know what's, because every place has different rules about what can be shipped. Sweden, cool. Belgium. I hear Belgium's pretty awesome. I had a friend that lived there for a while. They enjoyed it. Oh, Trevor, you're in the UK. Typical create art. I like your atypical. I'm going to call you atypical. It's easier for me. Thank you. Thank you for wishing me best on my lamp. Trev's in the UK. I got family in the UK. They're in Norfolk. Dora says something. I'm not sure what language. That was not a good pool. Hopefully this will be a good lamp shade, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do another one. I just want one. Alright. Let's slow you down a bit. That was a decent pool. That was alright. Well, atypical speaking French. Oh. Well, Trev, I'm glad this is relaxing. Sandos, thank you for the encouragement. It's a nice thought, helping people relax. Kind of funny, my husband and I, that's what we tell my sister, my niece, and my nephew, and my brother-in-law. Anytime they need somewhere to come and relax, they just come over to our house. We can have this little sanctuary, and everyone can just kind of relax. Ronald, I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Good, good. Frankie says hi. Frankie Eubanks. All right. Oh, that's kind, Trev. Dora says it's relaxing. Good. Ron, did you like the... It's a kind thing to call me your daughter. I like it when people call each other mother and sister and like strangers and stuff. It's a good reminder that we are all human. I need to compress first. Oh, love from Pakistan. Sweet. Sondos there are my mamas. They run in the family. Everybody's got them. They originally come from my granddad. I mean, I guess they also come from his parents, but he's the living person. All right, so let me think about this. I still got a lot of clay down here that I want to pull up, but I also need to like keep the base strong. I think I'm gonna do like try to pull a little bit more up, because then I'm gonna go wider. There's a potter on here named Carlos, and he once told me 3 pulls is all you need to do. And I try to stick with that advice because I thought it was good advice, but I don't always stick with it. Not great, not great. Hey, Papa's back. All right. Let's bring out the rib. So this is how tall my piece is going to need to be after it's flared out. So 3 pounds is definitely not enough for what I need to do. But that's fine for right now. I just want experience making a lampshade. I got to figure the shade out. Yes, hey, Pop, we can be friends. Be friends with anybody who's nice. Dora, what will happen? I don't know, because I don't remember what we're referencing. There's such a delay on these things. Oh, because if it's too short, it just won't cover the light bulb. gonna start pulling out. Well, thanks, Trev. Yeah, I think it would help. I'm trying to make more potter friends. You know, when you're just kind of like working in a bubble, you, I don't know. I just want some people to learn from. What I'm doing right now is trying to pull some slip up on the inside so I don't get friction and mess my piece up. All right. Let's start going wider. Let's start going wider and see what happens. Zoran says hi. Make it look easy. Yeah. There's definitely people who make it look easier. There's a guy named Ben Wolf. He's part of this little potters group that I'm in. And he's what's called a production potter. So all he does is make pots all day long. That's what he does. He makes and sells all his pots. Been doing it forever, like his entire life, literally. He makes it look easy. There's this other guy, Vlad, I don't know him, but he's a big YouTuber, and he was in, I don't remember where he is now, but I think he was in Ukraine, but I think he relocated. He's crazy too, like as far as like stuff he can make, just no, it's not going to be tall enough, atypical. No, I need to do probably 3.5 to 4 pounds. So this will probably be my last pot, and then next time I throw, I'll have 4 pounds. But I want to just go ahead and make the shape and try to fit it onto the thing just to see how it works. So that way I practice doing that without my actual, not using my final piece because, you know, gotta figure it all out. All right, I definitely got some clay to work with down here. I guess I don't think it's tall enough. It's close. It's close actually. It's like a centimeter off, so. But as I go wider, it's going to get shorter. And then then it shrinks. Everything shrinks. Is this have enough clay? Let's go wide. Yes, Trev, it's the lampshade part. Kind of looks like a lampshade, right? A little bit of a wobbly one, but it's a lampshade. Yepers. I'm gonna try to even it out a bit in a second, and that'll be my last little adjustment. Thanks. It's always good when the thing looks like what it's supposed to be. It's a win. It's definitely got some wobble, but it's okay for now, right? Nothing has to be perfect. Hey, Pop, will I be here tomorrow? Maybe. I'm not good at sticking to a schedule, but probably. I'm kind of doing a lot of pottery this week. So, possibly. I don't think I really have anything going on tomorrow, so maybe I'll stream in the morning because it won't be at the same time because I take my niece to art class on Thursdays. All right, y'all. So this is it. That's all I'm doing today. I got to clean up and then go figure out dinner, walk my dogs. Thanks for everyone who came out and said nice things. Trav, A-Pop, Atypical Art, Atypical Cree Art. Lots of nice people today. So, hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks for hanging out. I'm not gonna mess with that. Once you start messing with it. So next step is probably next time I'm going to throw 4-pound balls to see if I can get bigger shades because I'm pretty sure I want a bigger shade. I'm still gonna keep this one and trim it, maybe even fire it just to see if it works on the shade. On the device, because if that doesn't work, the whole idea, I gotta scrap the whole idea and figure something else out. But anyways, you guys are awesome. A-Pop, no, I don't have moderators. And I'm not trying to make this a channel, and that's just too much responsibility. And I just let trolls be trolls, you know? I'm not trying to make this a thing, so that's why I don't do that. So please don't take offense. I don't have any moderators. It's just me. Thank you. Thank you, Atypical Art. Atypical Cree Art. All right, cool beans. I gotta go, y'all. Everyone's been awesome. Have a wonderful day.